Good morning, everybody. How are you today? I'm toggling between two screens and I had some kind of an issue just now with a lot of background noise. So I stopped my previous stream and I've come to a new one. I hope you're here today with me. I hope you can find this easily. Just a second while I try to look at my live stream again. I'm just trying to open it up so that I can chat with you. Yeah, I'm just setting that up now. Okay, this is 1 minute. I don't know what's happened, so one second. So while you're here, I'd just like to ask you, how has your day been so far? Can you just answer in the chat box, please? It'll be great to have you answer here. I just need you to answer me. I'm trying to find that video right now. I'm sorry. There you go. It says one watching here. Hi. To all those of you who are watching silently, good morning. And I hope you do say hello here in the chat box. It'll be great to hear you say hello. I'd like to know who's here with me today. I'm going to be toggling two screens, so you will be seeing me look away from the screen sometimes. And I will manage that. Okay, so let's take a look at today. Yesterday, we spoke about your priorities being taken away or taken over by watching, somebody else's moves or someone saying something, right? And watching somebody's social media or someone saying something, and then it takes over your mind, right? And you completely lose your. Hi, Malti. Nice to see you here, and good that you're relaxed. You completely lose focus of what you're doing, right? So we don't want people or things to take over our priorities. We want to keep our priorities safe for ourselves because that's what matters to us. Okay, so today, the theme for today is to notice who is stealing or what is stealing your time, your consciousness, your awareness, because your awareness just goes like that. All of a sudden, right? Your awareness just goes for a ride. It just disappears. You seem to forget what you wanted to do, and because something else has taken over. So today, what we're going to be looking at is the ability to come back to focus, to be able to bring that back. And like I promised you, 15 minutes is all we're going to do. Not going to take up too much of your time. We know that 10:30 is a very important part of your precious time for the day, right? So the idea for today is to empower you to be able to feel aware about what's happening today. Yeah. So once again, to all those of you who joined, good morning. And let's discover this powerful thing today that we are going to see, right? We're going to meet the quiet force that has been taking away our time. And have you realized that we're already in August? That's almost 8 months. We're almost at the close of a year, okay? 7 months have gone by. We're in the 8th month, and that is going to go by too very soon if we're not careful about it, right? So let us see what we can do to bring our awareness back and keep our awareness within our control. Okay? So let me ask you this today. Have you ever driven to some place, maybe a supermarket or something, or have you gone into a room where you wanted to say something and you just completely forgot what you went for? So a lot of us tend to blame this on things like health issues or not being able to sleep or whatever it is. Brain fog occurs because of anxiety and all of that. But the basic thing that's happening here is that at that moment you just completely forgot because you lost your sense of awareness when you came into that space, right? And that's very common for us. It happens to you, it happens to me, but we need to keep our awareness, keep our focus on certain things when we want to do certain things. Now, what happens when you enter a supermarket? When you go into a supermarket, you go with a list, but then when you look there, you're like, oh my God, what's happening? Um, there are so many items displayed, there are so many people moving around there that it just takes your awareness away like that. And that is something that we'd like to hold control for ourselves, not be swept away by things, right? Sometimes we walk, we go to some place and we talk, we want to talk to somebody, we walk into a room and there we completely forget what we want to say. And that could be an important meeting. Okay? You want to say something and then it's just completely lost. So let's bring our awareness back today. And how are we going to do that? So just to be able to set the precedent for today, I'd like you to just sit back comfortably and take a nice deep breath. Please go with me. And let's just say, let's be aware. Okay? Now, what happens is that our day is sometimes on autopilot. Okay? Sometimes autopilot is good because your washing machine runs on its own. Okay, then your microwave, you can set it for 30 seconds, 1 minute, whatever, it works by itself and you can turn it off and your cup of tea or coffee is just warm enough for you to have, right? Or maybe your food. But let us say that, you know, as soon as you wake up, you go to your social media. And like I was saying earlier, the 8:30 podcast, I went to social media today because I needed to check something before I got online here. And I saw a notification from Threads. So I was like, wow, okay. I just opened a Threads account very recently in the name is Switch now. I hadn't had it because I didn't want to manage so many social media platforms, right? And on that, I get a hello from my uncle, 85 years old, living in the US right now. I said, wow, okay, he's sharper at this. Yeah. So, what happens usually is when you go to your social media and you see that somebody's posted some beautiful furniture, okay, or they bought a new car, or they've taken a holiday, they've gone away to the Maldives or someplace and they've had a wonderful holiday. What happens to us is we begin to compare. We begin to think, oh my God, what's happening now? Look at their life, so good. But my life, look at it. I work so hard. I don't get time to take time off. I don't get to take a holiday. I don't get to buy such good furniture. I need to change my car and I've been sitting on it for so long. Oh, that's how your day has been taken over like that. Before you realize that your day has been taken over by these thoughts, right? So, any of you here that are watching, have you ever had this happen to you? I'm looking at the chats right now and I'd like to know if you've had that happening to you sometime, that something has gotten taken over like that. Yeah? So, what I'd like you to do for today with me is just to take a nice deep breath along with me. We'll do 3 deep breaths and we'll begin to set the precedence for the day, right? So breathe in with me, breathe out. Breathe in again and breathe out. And once more, in and out. Now just, if you can be with me on this, just close your eyes and just imagine this. You've woken up, your alarm goes off, or you have your own way of waking up. Some of us don't need an alarm. You check your messages, you read what's being posted on social media, you compare your life to somebody else's. Next, what's happening is you're snapping at people. You arrive at work already exhausted. You rush your breakfast. You're like, I just need to eat and just get moving. Because you feel the sense of urgency, because something else is running your mind at that time, right? And you're already strained. And somebody asks you, what's going on? What's happening with you today? And you're like, oh, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. I just seem to have lost any connection of what I want to do, right? I don't have a sense of what I need to be doing today. Everything has been taken over. And I'm snapping because I don't know, maybe many hundreds of tiny unconscious thoughts that have taken up my mind and my brain. Okay? So when that happens, you know what it feels like, right? Nothing happened is what you say. Absolutely nothing happened. But look at what's happening to me. And you're wondering why. So let's do something different now. Okay? Sit with your eyes closed again. Just imagine that you've actually woken up, okay, to your alarm or otherwise. You take a nice deep breath. And before you even go to brush your teeth, you ask yourself, who or what do I want to be today? Even before you brush your teeth, your who or what do I want to be today? And you smile and you drink your coffee. You go to your balcony, you notice the sunrise, or you notice a plant. You actually pay attention to the new little leaves. And your social media is still waiting. And you are going to take a look at it later. But how do you think you'll feel? Same circumstance, different awareness. The same circumstances and a different level of awareness. How does that feel? My dear friends, autopilot is great. It's great because it takes care of a lot of things. But here's the reality about it. While it is a great tool, if it starts living your life for you, it really isn't worth having autopilot, right? If autopilot starts living your life for you, it's not worth it. So I'm going to repeat that for you again. Autopilot is wonderful until it starts living your life for you. Think about it. Your habits save you energy. So you're on autopilot when you wake up first thing in the morning, you go brush your teeth, then you get to, you make your bed, or you just go and, start doing your exercises. All of that is autopilot. And yes, it's a wonderful thing, because when you're on autopilot like that, it's great for you, right? Then it is your habits saving your energy. When your habits save your energy, it's a good thing for you, right? But when your habits unconsciously take away or steal your mornings, that's definitely not working for you. That's definitely not working for you. So you need to be more aware, and awareness isn't about judging yourself. So you don't need to feel uncomfortable about it. Just knowing right now, if you place your foot on the ground and you notice if the ground is warm or it's cold or it's, maybe it's just been mopped so it's wet, that is awareness. It's as simple as that, right? So it's about waking up before you're leaving the house. It's as simple as that, right? Awareness is just that. So don't worry about having to be aware, all right? And let's do only one thing today. There's just one thing I need you to do. Notice. Just notice how or what you're thinking. And this doesn't have to be a continuous exercise. Just once during the day, it's good enough if you can do it. If you do it more number of times, I'm happy for you. Okay? Just pause. One intentional pause. One breath. One smile. And one conscious choice. That's all we need to have. And that's our job for today. Just simple. Okay? So let's do this for today. Let's just notice how every tiny moment of awareness changes how you're feeling and how it changes your entire morning and your day. Awareness isn't effort, okay? It's just being awake. Awareness is as simple as being awake. So, for today, just say quietly, I choose awareness. Today, I choose awareness. And your job for today, just notice and do nothing else, just notice. Okay, notice your breathing, notice when you're rushing, notice your thoughts, notice your reactions, and don't change them. You don't need to change them, you just need to be aware of them. Just be aware, because what we notice, we can eventually choose. So if you notice that there's a certain way in which you're talking to one particular person, maybe you can change the way you do that, right? But if you don't even know, then you can't do anything about it, right? So, my friends, thank you for being here today. And the one thing that we're doing today is to become simply aware of what we're doing. Okay? Be simply aware of the person that you're being today. And tomorrow, lean in again, because we're going to do something, we're going to discover something else and work or with something else, and just tiny fractions, right? Let's just do 15 minutes a day. Thank you for being here with me today. Do like, subscribe, and share. I hope that you're enjoying this. And if there's anything else you'd like me to work with, do drop me a message. I'll be more than happy to help. Thank you.